Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fitri Bin Ismail. My matrix number is A21Ec0076. Today I will be talking about my project proposal, which is the benchmarking of cryptographic primitive, the block cipher, on microcontroller, which is the Texas Instrument MSP430FR5994. This project is being proposed by my lecturer, which is Dr. Rashidah Kadir, and it is supervised by her. Okay, so for the first part is problem background. What is actually cryptographic primitive block? Cryptographic primitive is the fundamental of more complex operation utilized in cryptography. These operations are the building blocks of more complex cryptographic algorithms which are usually used in the encryption and decryption procedure. Who use it? Anyone who wants to use the encryption service in their app or website will use it for security measure, which means security department that will implement this service is the major user. Where it is used? They are often included in the process of building cryptographic protocols. Hashing, public key encryption, and symmetric key encryptions are a few instances of cryptographic primitive. This study will mainly concentrate on block cipher and symmetric key encryption, in which the same key is used for both encryption and decryption. Different block cipher algorithms, each with unique benefits and drawbacks, are used for encryption and decryption processes. Because this study looks at using block ciphers on microcontroller, which is effectively a small computer that can do embedded function, choosing the right algorithm is the key to achieving maximum effectiveness. Now, how to measure the optimization? 3 important optimization criteria are taken into consideration in order to assess each algorithm's applicability. First, the area it takes up, which indicates the amount of space the compiled code takes up. Overuse of memory could limit the microcontroller ability to perform other functions. The second factor is speed, which is determined by how many clock cycles the algorithm takes to run. Extended clock cycles increase processing time and affect the system performance. The last factor is the RAM utilization, where high usage can impair user experience and hinder operating efficiency. Now, after understanding the problem background, what is the solution? So, the goal of this research is to determine the optimization of the primitive block algorithm, which means it is to determine the best effective algorithm to address the issue that has been discussed just now. So, for the first step of the solution is to do the research and understand how each of the algorithm works that produce the best outcome for the performance criteria, which is the speed, area, and the RAM utilization. Next, we will create each of the algorithm code that are used in this research. And finally, every algorithm is put through a testing procedure using the Visual Studio Code and the microcontroller itself to see which one of the algorithm uses the least amount of code space or process data the fastest or use the least amount of RAM. In addition, for the future hope goal, which is to experiment the code by doing some adjustment in hope to find the most optimized algorithm, which means the research aims is to comprehend each of the algorithm's operation and how the best outcome are attained. By carefully dissecting the algorithm code, adjustment may be made to achieve the best algorithm and enhance the result. By achieving this future goal, the microcontroller can function well with this optimized algorithm in place, allowing for quick encryption and decryption operation while preserving the RAM and space. Furthermore, it is also will become possible to integrate more function in the microcontroller in the future. So, what is the objective for this research? Similar to the solution, which is the step to obtain the objective. The first one is to study the existing primitive block algorithm for the microcontroller. The second one is to design and experiment the primitive block scheme for the microcontroller capable of both encryption and decryption tasks. And finally, to test the primitive block algorithm performance for the microcontroller. Now, what is the scope of this project? Firstly, this research will be focusing on primitive block ciphers algorithm, which are Advanced Encryption Standard (AES), Data Encryption Standard (DES), and also Triple DES. Secondly, these algorithms will be run on a microcontroller, which is the Texas Instrument MSP430FR5994. Finally, the project specification for this research, it has several parts, which is the first one is the software. We use the Visual Studio Code. For the hardware, we use the microcontroller Texas Instrument and also the laptop. For the algorithm, we use the 3 standard block cipher, which is the AES, DES, and triple desk. For the network element, we will focusing on full system integration between the client, which is the laptop, and the device, which is the microcontroller. For the security element, we implement the text encryption. This project type is the research. And finally, this project area will be focusing on security, which is the cryptography. That is all from me. Thank you for your time and attention.